no one else played.
Right, yeah, but still true. 3-0, comfortable win. I mean, we said it at half-time after the first half. It looked really comfortable for us. It did look like there was a golfing quality, really, I think it's fair to say. What did you make of the second half, Jez? Not exactly a thriller, but probably what you would expect, considering...
Yeah, I think we've done the damage in the first half. We were so comfortable. So second half, the boys probably took the foot off the gas a little bit. Didn't really feel that they needed to be as intense and go in. Still scored the third one. Bit scrappy from Odegaard, but that's what made the goal, actually. If he hit it clean, he would have not probably scored. So... it's just comfortable second half. You could see that there was not much danger from Coventry going forward. So it was just 3-0 comfortable win.
On that Martin Odegaard goal, I wrote down not a screamer, but still, because it wasn't the best, was it? But equally, it doesn't matter. A goal's a goal.
Them ones because of that, that's why he scored. If he, like I said, if he hits it clean, he's probably hitting it on the keeper. But because he's just like hit it, miss-hit it, goes, and then just them goals are the best.
Yeah,
they're the best as a striker. They're the best because you just
surely I don't. I love that. I'm trying
best.
to tell you, no, they're not. But surely when you score an absolute screamer, you're like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, but everything was perfect, so it's just like, it's great goal. But those one, you just like, I'm just lucky it's jammy. But you know what?
Jammy.
This is
you could see that smile actually
this
on
is
his
just
face.
you're like, great. This is what I like.
It was the build-up for the goal. I think was better.
Microphone. We want to hear you.
No, I was just saying. I think those goals, as much as the finish was scruffy and jammy, it's all about the build-up.
Yeah.
I was saying that's a really Arteta-coded goal. Odegaard gets the ball, and then there's an overlap run from Ben White and Saka, and it just makes sense. It's total football. It doesn't matter about the finish. The fact the ball's in the back of the net is enough for me.
Yeah, what did you guys make of the second half, but the performance overall, I suppose?
Just, I think, business as usual, which is great. And we were having a chat during the game just saying the team looked really balanced, which was quite nice. I think just having Ben White, it's so good to have Ben White back, Ben White fit. And I think just, the balance of him and Calafiori, going forward and then also defending was great. And just to have those subs. I mean, I know we're so lucky to be starting the season with such a fresh squad, but yeah, to be able to bring on Noni and Zubamendi and obviously take off Saka and Wright, who've had a really busy summer, was just great. So a bit more squad rotation, I think we can keep being fit and healthy and getting more points.
Yeah, and it was nice that it was such a comfortable performance, really. I mean, they didn't trouble us much. David Raya didn't really have to do much in the game, did he, Jez?
No, he didn't. I think they'll probably be disappointed with themselves, thinking we haven't really give it a go, but I just don't think they had the quality to do more than what they've done. I think we were just too good, too in control, too balanced. Just the automatism between players is just too strong, too good. There's a difference in quality individually here. So just normal. Like just what you expected to see when before you turn up today. You expecting Arsenal to win comfortably, and we've done it. Yeah,
no real surprises really tonight. I do want to speak about Martin Odegaard a little bit more because he's looked so good in pre-season, hasn't he? And I've seen a lot of Arsenal supporters talking about that online, on podcasts, on social content. But we know what he's capable of doing, of course, and the quality that he possesses. But it feels like there's just been a little, I don't know, like fire lit in him again or something. And he's looking great, isn't he?
Yeah.
Joseph Trump, I'm sorry. Those sunglasses. I like that. I'm looking at you trying to have a serious conversation, but they are the lucky sunglasses from last season, right?
Yeah. I put them on. I said, we're going to win the league. And we won the league, so...
Was that on the final day of the season?
It was what happened for the final day of the season. And all the way throughout. So they're sticking with me this season as well, because I'm certain we're going to go back-to-back. You heard it here first. In all honesty, I think Odegaard, he looks sharp. That's what it is, because I don't think anybody ever doubted his ability. We've seen what he's capable of doing. 2 years ago, I think the thing that everybody wanted to see was that bravery come back in terms of taking a bit more risks, taking a bit more chances, and just shooting. Do you know what I mean? I think Odegaard, when he's had those stop-start moments previously, last season mainly, in the earlier parts, he wouldn't have maybe taken a shot. He wouldn't may have taken a touch, may have tried to, look for it to be perfect before he actually gets those moments. But we're seeing an Odegaard that, towards the end of at the back end of last season, going into the World Cup, he was absolutely incredible there. Coming back, he was incredible pre-season. Like, this is the Odegaard that everybody knows. And during that time where it was kind of patchy almost, I don't think there'll be a single professional footballer that would have ever wanted him out of that team. There's not a single footballer that would have played with Odegaard and thought, you are a problem here. Because the amount of control that he brings to our midfield is insane, and it goes unrecognised sometimes because it may not, be a traditional 10 that's just always striking a ball from 30 yards. And because what we saw from what he was able to do the year before was what people were expecting from him. But overall, obviously, I say all that to say that Odegaard is back. He's looking like his best self. He's smiling like, oh man, just Saka gets her goal as well. Like him, Ben White and Saka all together at the same time. It felt like a nice little throwback to when they were really sourcing it up. So I'm buzzing.
Yes. Yeah. Lots to be buzzing about. Down here, what did you guys think of the game overall then? I like there was just like a deep breath over here, like a nice win.
But incredible, simple as that. 3-0, first game of the season. You're looking to start well, you're looking to start quick, and we've done exactly that. The minutes I think were nicely sorted out. Saka and Rice getting taken off when they got taken off. Again, they've had a very long season last season, ending as Premier League champions, but we do need to protect them as always. And I think the depth that we've got this season allows us to do that. I just can't wait for more. Genuinely, we've not seen all the combinations yet with the new signings that we've brought in and things like that. So that's something that I'm looking to see, man. But so far, so incredible.
Yeah. Has this performance here tonight given you a bit more excitement for the season? I mean, we know what we can do anyway.
100%, mate.
Yes.
Thank you. 100%.
Yeah, thank you. Retweet. How important is it, Jez, as well, to start the season off with such a comfortable win, like kind of a statement performance? Again, without sounding disrespectful to the opposition, it was a game that everyone probably would have backed Arsenal to win and probably win it fairly comfortably. But still, to do so, opening game of the Premier League season. You need to set the tone for what's to come, right?
I think it's all about momentum, and it's all about respecting the opposition. You could have gone tonight thinking, easy game, and don't really take the game seriously. But we saw the first half. We gave them respect. We've played as hard as we could. We're 2-0 up, and then in the second half, you can then manage the game off. But I just think he started, last week in a Community Shield, and that was no Coventry, that was Man City. The way we played, it kind of, after the few friendly, when the result hasn't been great, because it was all about rotation and gaining minutes and getting people fit and back in, you were just thinking, Man City, that's going to be the test to see how quick we're going to be ready to start that Premier League. And I think, it just made us feel good, made us feel confident again, thinking Mikel just knows what he's doing. He's getting everybody fit and ready to start that Premier League on flame. And then just we saw it today, especially in the first half.
Yeah, for sure. That fire, and it's got me excited for what's to come. We're going to do a little player of the match poll and put it out to YouTube. So, Jeremy, because I'm nice, you get to pick the first player. So we're going to do 3 in this poll. Who are you going for? Who stood out for you tonight?
I think because of his first half performance, I think Zoli's been really good. I thought he was involved in everything going forward. And he was dangerous. I loved his determination to go forward on his first touch. So I'll go for him.
Yeah, and I mean, we spoke about him a lot at half-time. I love the half-time show, for anyone who wasn't watching. It basically was just 15 minutes of talking about how great he is and how impressed we've all been with him so far. So I think you guys probably think that's quite a good shout. Everyone at home watching is probably nodding along, going, yeah.
Another couple of one that I could have picked, but I think after the first half.
All right, so we need 2 more.
That's you guys.
Talk to me.
I
Yeah.
reckon, yeah, another dominant performance from the kid in midfield. Like, I think we can't sing his praises enough, man. The kid is just out of this world, and it like, do you know what I mean? 49, Lewis Kelly, like he's insane, and he loves the club. And when he plays, despite all of the rumours and everything, every time that he's put on that shirt, you see he plays for the badge. You see how much he loves this club. And I'm so glad that Arteta quashed the rumours. I'm so glad that he's here to stay. He's not going anywhere. He's ours. He's our star. He's our star boy, right? Because we've got multiple now. Yeah, Bukay's a bit of a star man at the moment. He's a bit older, but it's got to go Lewis Kelly for me, man.
What does it mean as well for you guys to see, you know, as someone who's grown with the club, Miles Lewis Skelly, and the performances he puts in, how talented he is, but also, like you say, like that passion and that connection.
I think that's what it is, though. It's the heart, because like other players can come through the academy system and not get quite the same love.
Yeah.
But the way they commit themselves when they're like, actually, it's almost how we felt about Jack Wilshere, how we felt about, you know, Bukayo Saka in the same way. Like some of these guys, it's not to say that we don't love all of our Hale End boys, but when they put on a shirt, when they play, there is a way they play, their heart. Like you see that I'm a fan of this football club and I care what happens. And that's particularly in the challenging moments when they step up and how they step up, and it just makes the fans go, yes, I want to see you week in, week out, because I trust that you're going to put everything, and I buy into you, and it's like you've been here from the beginning, you understand it, and I want to see you go all the way to the top. So I think, yeah, man, I love the kid. We all love the kid. So
We do.
He'd be on Life from M5 if he wasn't a football player.
You know what's so nice as well? I feel like I just speak so highly of Miles, but he is such a dream. We did live from Showburst. It's a show that I co-host with Frimmy from the training ground. Ooh. And Miles, catch it on YouTube and the Arsenal if you've not seen the latest episode. Like, subscribe. But we had him on recently, and I mean, he said to Frimmy, he was like, "Oh, you've got like the best job. You've got such a cool job. You've got the dream job." And we were both like, "You play for Arsenal?" And he asked Frimmy to do a video message for his cousin, because his cousin's a big fan of Frimmy, and Frim was like, "But you're Miles Lewis Skelly. Like he's just so humble, and it's just all of that. It just, it does mean a lot to us, doesn't it?"
Like, even like his mum and the work that she does, like you can see he comes from a good background in terms of like how they've kept him grounded and the mentality. Like he's so wise, but he seems so much older than he actually is, and that's credit. When you're a footballer and you're like at that age, to go on a pitch amongst so many men and still kind of look comfortable with your decision making, with the way you carry yourself, with your strength, like it's ridiculous.
It's a great point that you made though about the entourage and the people that he's got, because don't forget that until the last couple of months of last season he was not playing. And if you've got an entourage and people around keeping your ear telling you aren't playing, you need to go. You need to go, you need to go. As a young guy, you just think, well, I need to go. Everybody's telling me I need to leave the club because I'm not getting any minute. Suddenly you get your chance, but now he's ready because people around have been telling him, no, don't worry, keep working hard in training, giving him the right information. And that's huge. It's a lot of players just mess up in their career because the people around give them wrong advice. And obviously, as you mentioned about his mom, she's brilliant and giving him great advice, and obviously she's related to the club as well. They're fans, so but it's brilliant to see. Yeah, it's really important. I also love, by the way, that I totally forgot we were doing a YouTube poll there because we've just been talking about. Producer Callum's like, this is cute. Can you get the third player now because we need to do the poll? So we've got Solis, Miles Lewis Skelly, who's going to be the third player that stood out.
Have some mascara, in my opinion.
Have some mascara. Okay, but we need one.
I'm going to say mascara because...
Odegaard.
I thought Odegaard was good.
Odegaard was good, but the reason I'm going to say mascara is to fill in Saliba's shoes, and then they put a one-year on him afterwards and he just dealt with him. And he's still young, we mustn't forget. He also, when Saliba will come back, won't be in the team. We've signed Konza now, so if we're talking hierarchy and experience, mascara will just be a squad player, if we're being real. But do you think, though? No, but do you know what? The way based
Mikel's
off
been...
just based off purely... But that's my point. The way he's playing, he's
going to bat all the way. How can you take him off the team now and tell him we've signed... Even with Konza coming, I'll be like, how can you take Mosquera off the team now?
How good is he?
Yeah.
Hold on, pause. So are we going with Mosquera?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Just so we can do the poll, put it out, vote quickly.
Just comes from a good family.
So Solis, Mosquera and Miles Lewis-Skelly. Get your votes in, please. Anyway, as we were.
Carry on the chat. Let's go back.
You've proven my point perfectly. Perfectly, because the argument would be, how can you take somebody who is signed for one reason out the team because of the way they're performing? It's a bit like Solis. If we was to sign a £100 million left winger, and people say, well, you can't drop Solis, look how good he is. It's the same with Mosquera. You can sign who you want, players can come back from injury, but because he's playing so good, what can you do?
That's what you want, though, right? That competition.
Yeah, that's what you want. Well, that's what happened with Miles last year. Zubimendi were performing. Suddenly, he's gone into a bit of a dip. Mikel's just like, let's put Miles in and see. That's it.
I used to pray for these headaches. I used to pray for these headaches.
And we're used to it now. And like we look at the bench and it's kind of like, oh yeah. And I think someone was saying earlier about, you know, how stacked we are. And we have so many options, and that is brilliant. And that's what we wanted for so long. And we've just become quite used to it because of last season, that we're like, eh.
And the credit that a lot of people won't actually give it to is Arteta. And the reason why is because a lot of these players, we've signed some amazing players with great pedigrees and great names that they've come from, you know, great expectation. And a lot of the players that Arteta has built into these world-class superstars in their own unique way, is the fact that he's built them. We've signed them as good players and he's turned them into great players. Like, I wouldn't have expected Mosquera to be as good as he is. Certainly wouldn't have thought Miles would have, you know, grown into his own. Havertz as well, I think, has come of age as he's gotten older and got more experience. And the selection headaches we're actually getting is purely because I think Arteta's just trained them into his sort of players, and they love him, he loves them, and they do what he asks, and selection headache is a perfect headache to have.
It absolutely is. The poll is live. Producer Callum has decided to throw in Martin Odegaard as well as a fourth option, even though I told these guys you cannot have the fourth option. You've gone and done it, and here we are, but we love Martin.
That means the club's giving it to Odegaard.
No rules. We just mentioned briefly Ezri Konsa. I mean, we didn't even actually get to talk about that in the pre-match show or at half-time. So we saw the announcement earlier on today. We knew it was happening. We saw the rumours anyway on social media. And then he was, of course, unveiled here at Emirates Stadium for the first time. How are you guys feeling about that signing?
I just think it's again great depth, and we've just been talking about how important that is. I think we dropped quite vital points last season when both Saliba and Gabriel were injured, and obviously we went on to win the league, so it wasn't that important in the end. But we don't want to be in that situation again. Yeah. And it's just been a summer of going and getting our rivals' best players, which, you know, that feels huge when a couple of years ago we couldn't imagine some of the best players who already play in the Premier League coming to Arsenal. So now, just even seeing the reaction of Villa fans, how disappointed they are to lose him, it's a massive testament to sort of his spirit. He's friends with Saka, so that's great. There's already going to be like bonds in the team. And he's an England international. You know, these are all attributes that Arteta clearly loves. He's been signing sort of proven Premier League players with lots of international experience. So I think he'll slot in really easily. But yeah, I mean, it's the perfect story to play him at Villa Park away next week.
Yeah. Big loss for Villa though, isn't he? I mean, big gain for us, right?
Yeah, huge game for us. But we were talking about it. They've lost so many players, Villa. It's incredible. Yeah. I can't believe that half their starting 11 have gone. So let's see. Doesn't mean that we're going to go there and just just get an easy win. But hopefully, you know, it should be easier than when they're at their full strength.
Yeah, and Bruno Guimaraes, we've also not really spoken about Bruno because he was out of the squad today. He picked up a knock. Huge signing. I got to chat to him here actually at Emirates a few nights ago, and he surprised like 400 Arsenal supporters, and it was so wholesome. And he was so nice, and a few of us were like, you're very smiley and lovely, and we know that you're probably very different to what we see on the pitch, but also like those battles that we've seen over the past few seasons, him and Declan Rice, we've probably all seen the videos. Jorginho. What I say, yes, Jorginho.
Jorginho should have never put.
But it's that fight though. We want that in a player playing for us, don't we?
Yeah.
And that's what he's got.
No, it's insane. It's Jekyll and Hyde. Like I've watched so many interviews because I never ever saw that side to him. Why would I pay attention to that side? And he seems so gentle and like loving and warm and like kind. But like when he's on the pitch, he's like a pit bull. Like he's just like he's not having it. He's a bully, and that's exactly what you want. You need those players sometimes to just be a little bit nasty. Do you know what I mean? On a pitch that are like, oh, when they're against you, you hate it, but when they're on your side, you're like, that is exactly who I want to be in midfield. Like, can you imagine? Like looking at the lineup and seeing Declan Rice, Bruno Guimaraes in the same team, and you just know this is going to be a long day. There's legs in there. They're going to kick me. They're going to pinch me. They're going to step on the back of my foot. Like, it's just going to be very difficult. But not only that, technically, he's incredible as well. He's Brazilian. Do you get it? Like, he's actually Brazilian, the way that he plays. Like, plays forward, he's comfortable, he's technical, and he's a pit bull as well. So it's the thing that we banged on about it last year, about the depth that we've got across the squad. But again, like, to just see us go even deeper with quality, not just players that could just fill a gap. Like, it's literally players that... The combination, I don't know who is our best three in midfield, like, because again, Skelly putting up performances like this, and we're not going to act like it's brand new. He's been putting performances up like this in midfield. Like, Bruno is equally going to put up crazy performances. Declan Rice, like, it's too much. This is the greed the Bible talks about, guys. Like, this is greed. We don't need this much, but I'm like, finally, like, we've got too much. And I'm like, this is what I want. I want Arteta to scratch his head and go, oh, I don't know who to play, because we ain't had that in years. Probably since back, like, when you were in the squad, like, where...
Or even if you look at our squad, it was very often the same starting 11.
Yeah.
So we didn't have no depth in the squad, really. But obviously the football was different. You only had 3 people on the bench, so you didn't have all that rotation possible to do, so it's completely different. But yeah, you just start feeling, how many players can we add? And then just, you know, the headache that Mikel's going to have when everybody is fit and ready to go is yeah.
But it's great, isn't it? Because I imagine, Jez, when you've got so many players with someone else that is just as good as them that can fill in, the level of everyone will just rise because of that competition. Yeah, in training, the level, obviously, you know you've got competition. So for you to start the weekend, you've got you know, can't cut corners. You've got to train hard every single day. But after, it's just having the luxury of, if it doesn't quite work out, because Mikel will make, you know, mistake like every coach. You can't just know, today this is the 11 that's going to work. There's some games where he's going to have to make decision to rotate players. It's trying to get everybody involved and not being too disappointed of not starting. That is the hard game when you've got such a depth in the squad, is to keep everybody happy. And, you know, that's obviously individual. You know, you have your emotion, and you sometimes can feel, well, can't feel that I'm getting any time here. So when you do finally get the time, are you actually ready? And that's the difficulty of it all when you've got such a strong squad.
Yeah. I actually think it's going to be a defining moment for Mikel Arteta, like, to kind of move into the greats of the managers of the Premier League. Because if you think about Pep Guardiola, he always managed to do it. Alex Ferguson, he always managed to do it. Wenger, they always managed to do it. It's how do you handle the players that are not playing, the top quality players that are not playing? How do you keep them happy? How do you keep them engaged and wanting the team to win without sulking, without moaning? And I think this could actually be more of a, well, how are you going to deal with this as a manager this season, as opposed to how well is the team going to do? I think this is Arteta, like, his biggest test, I think.
For sure. We could chat Arsenal all night, but we have homes to go to. So shall we look at the poll results for the player of the match? I actually don't know the result.
Must get 1%. What are these?
Oh.
Is it Solis? I can't read. I need some glasses. Solis, congratulations. You're not watching right now, but if you watch this back later on YouTube. And he's here. Joking, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, it's been a lovely start to the new Premier League season, and we are top of the league right now anyway. Jez, pleasure as always. Thank you, guys. It's been wonderful coming to Arsenal. That's it from us. We will be back on Sunday. The women have a friendly against Paris FC, and we are streaming that live on YouTube from 12:30. We'll see you there. Bye-bye.